Welcome to the UQ School of Architecture Architectural Presentations. In this video, we will delve into the properties of light and start to define the character of light and how it can affect our moods based on the cycle of light in nature. The character of light can significantly contribute and augment the character of a space. In this instance, a very warm light is used to create a sociable atmosphere. The character of light affects our emotions in tangible and sometimes powerful ways. Part of this is based on light in circumstances in nature, from the character of morning light to the warmth of light from a campfire. Human-centered light is a concept that acknowledges the way that daylight affects our emotions and daily rhythm. We understand this innately, but sometimes can't quite articulate it. The light in the morning, for example, tends to be a brighter or bluer type of light. Our body responds to this light by releasing hormones that wake us up and get us going in the morning. The warm light at the end of the day, by contrast, is a signal that the day is coming to an end and that it is time to wind down. Warmer light is used in relaxing environments and acts as a signal to the brain that it will be soon time to sleep. This rhythm of light attached to our daily cycle is known as our circadian rhythm. It is a hardwired characteristic of our body, and the environments we design should try and work with this human-centered approach to lighting. The designers of long-haul planes have acknowledged this and have begun to integrate color-shifting LED lighting into their cabins. The phasing of light inside the plane is intended to trick our bodies to think it is a different time of day in order to help our bodies better readjust to different time zone. Here, the emphatically blue light is intended to wake up the body. Compare this to an emphatic red light that is intended to signal to the body that it is time to rest. The effect of light on moods can be most acute in climates where daylight is absent for long periods of the year. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, attributed to the absence of daylight, can make people depressed through the long northern winters. Credible study has found that doses of daylight hue artificial light is enough to reduce the instances of winter depressions in patients, which has led to products such as this SAD light. The dose of intense daylight for a few hours a day is enough to keep our hormones in balance. The measure of the warmth of light is measured in kelvins. For qualitative lighting, the measure of warmth is as important as the measure of intensity. Different types of luminaires and the technology that generates the light will produce different warmths or colors of light. When we review the specifications of light, it is useful to pay attention to the type of light emitting technology and be aware where it lies on the Kelvin spectrum. Old-fashioned incandescent lighting was typically warmer at around 2700 degrees Kelvin, whereas fluorescent lights are higher Kelvin and hence bluer on the spectrum. The warmth of the light can significantly affect the character of a room, as shown on the images here. The yellow light changes the perception of the plant and the painting to such a degree that it is like they are different objects in different rooms. Whilst the warmth of light can change the mood of a space, it is also useful to pay attention to the quality of light for the accuracy of rendering in some instances. The other index to pay attention to that luminaire technology now deploys is the color rendering index. This is a factor of the light warmth and intensity and can change the way we perceive illuminated objects. In retail environments in particular, this is important as a higher color rendering index, or CRI, can make the fruit that we sell look fresher and with greater buyer appeal. So we can appreciate that light can affect our emotions and hormone levels based on our innate relationship with light. This is based as much on the intensity of light as it is about the warmth of that light. We can influence the mood of a space through the colour of the light without affecting the intensity of the light hitting the surface. We can therefore affect the mood of a space without compromising the performance required as per standards. We understand that warmth, as measured in Kelvin, affects moods and which lights achieve certain warmth, and understand that colour rendering index can change the way we perceive objects. We will continue exploring lighting types and technologies in our other presentations in this series. Thanks for listening.